Remember, so the ancients dealt with codes. They dealt with the science of the sun. This is information which you can find confirmed by astronomers at NASA still to this day. So this is King Tut Ankh Amun. 26 golden rays on his headdress. What does 26 have to do with the sun? 26 rays of the sun, that's what makes up the rotational duration of the sun's magnetic field. And I'll explain this to you later. But what is it with 26? We're going to go to language. Remember, language and science make up linguistics, so we're talking facts. 10th letter, we're going to go to the Hebrew. 10th letter of the Hebrew is what? The Yud. 5th letter of the Hebrew makes up the He. The 6th letter makes up what the Israelites call Vav or Wa. And the 5th letter again makes up the He. Do the math. The 10, 5, 6, and 5, that's where you get your 26 from. 26 rays on the headdress of King Tut. The name for God in Hebrew is Yahweh. Right? See the letters? Remember, you write the Hebrew from right to left. That's Yahweh, right? 26. And Yahweh is God. How does this relate? God is what? God is light. Like written in 1 John chapter 1 verse 5. Read it. You're supposed to know the ancient scrolls. God is light. And light is what? Light is the sun. God's son. So what was the Maya talking, which was synonymous with what the Egyptians were teaching? The sun's radiation caused the decline of the Maya. The Maya disappeared 1,366,040 days after their calendar began. The sun's magnetic field reversed in 3100 BC and again in 627 AD, leading to the increase in radiation levels entering the Earth's atmosphere. This led to infant mutation and higher infant mortality rate. This is one reason why there were famines that were caused because of the sun's movement. This is why you read in the Bible about the children that were sacrificed. This is why in the clay tablets of Babylon you read about the women who were giving their children for a sacrifice because there were miscarriages. And so this can be confirmed even in the historical records of America. This is in the city of Teotihuacan. This is ancient Mexico. You can see the sun rays inside of the skull and bones. The skull and bones symbolizes death. These solar babies were found in the temple. There was a sun carved on these solar children with a skull and bones. It's just a cartoon reinvention or reenactment of this here. But you can see the God giving the breath of life, like written in Genesis. So the Teotihuacanos, the ancient ones, the Mayans, they were similar to your Aztecs and your Olmecs. They understood the sun was killing and causing a fall in the fertility rates. Just like you were given the lessons from the Egyptians. They were trying to tell us the sun was affecting the reproductive system. Okay, so how the sun affects fertility. So now we're talking astronomy, facts and science. The rotating sun showers the earth with particles every 28 days, which in turn regulates the menstruation and fertility on earth. Magnetic perturbations can be seen to follow the sunspot cycle. 28 days. Where was there 28? There was 28 on the headdress of King Tut, as I've shown you. The 26 rays. 26 is the number you get in Yahweh, for Yahweh in the alphabet. 10th letter, 5th letter, 6th letter, 5th letter is 26. That's how you spell Yahweh in the Hebrew, a language you can find written many years ago. And so we'll go to science studied by astronomers. We'll look at NASA's understanding of the magnetic sun. And so what you're looking at here is just a computer model which helps you visualize the sunspot cycles. The sunspot cycles, remember, I resembled the pattern on the jaguar. The jaguar was sacred to the Maya, who also knew of the sunspot cycle. But the reason this is important, as confirmed by NASA,
the sun is a beautifully magnetically driven star, but we can't actually see magnetic field lines. They're essentially invisible, and so we have to turn to models in order for us to see the global magnetic structure of the sun.
And so this magnetic sun, the cycle is 26 days, like the 26 rays on the headdress of King Tut. The yearly cycle of the magnetic sun is 12. This is why the Chinese zodiac bears a 12-year cycle. The zodiac used by the mound builders has 12 divisions. This is why 12 is relative to the ancient ones. Okay. The mound builders. The symbols of Mu. The mound builders calendar stone found in Wichita, if you look up, is where you get the word Washita. I think it measures around 16 by 13 inches, but it has your 12 divisions, like the 12 divisions of the zodiac. There were mounds in southeast United States. There's mounds in Greece. There's mounds in Turkey. So where exactly was the mound builders in their dominion?